Welcome back in. We are at Restore Hyper Wellness. I am excited because this is my first time at the Bluffton location. Of course, there's one here in Bluffton and one on the island, Hilton Head. I've got Josh who has welcomed us in, and we're going to talk a little bit about some fun things. Thanks for having us.
Well, thanks for having us too.
It's such a treat to get to be here because you know I'm a huge fan and a client, but we're going to talk about something that I personally am excited to learn about. It's called NAD, and that requires some description. What is it?
So NAD, let's talk about what it stands for. So NAD stands for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide.
Okay.
Remember, it is NAD.
Okay, thank you.
But NAD, it's a helper molecule in our body. It naturally is produced, we're born with it, and it helps us do almost everything in the body. So it helps recycle, it helps repair, it helps produce energy. It's a helper molecule.
Wow, okay. Now, there's a lot of things that you have here that do things like that, right? Help you feel better and more well. But NAD has a specific way that it does that. And I have heard rave reviews from the people that I know that do it. So if you would kind of describe what's happening in the body.
Sure. So as the body intakes NAD, or it just uses its natural supply, like I mentioned, it recycles. And so it finds the cells, and cells are the building block of who we are, right? And so if we are able to change the building blocks, we can then make some pretty substantial differences or changes in your health. And if we're able to recycle the ones that aren't so good, or maybe they're old or they're damaged, or maybe because you have some chronic symptoms or chronic illness, right, that are damaging those, the NAD that we can supply to you or naturally that you have, it's working to recycle, repair, and replenish. And sometimes when you go through that recycling process, you have some negative side effects. And that might be some nausea, that might be some head pressure, it might be some weakness, but when you feel that, it's because it's actively working to fix what's going on in the body.
Right.
And you get a huge boost of energy. You'll notice these differences right away.
So it's so interesting because it's really allowing your body to just do a better job of getting rid of the bad. And I've heard it really is, you know, especially as you age, helps you feel younger and more healthy just over time. It may be even more important the older you get, right?
Right. So as you hit, you know, for guys and for men and women, right, once you hit the age of about 30, right, our NAD levels start to decline a lot. And so as we naturally age, our body starts to produce less and less of this NAD. And that can be attributed to a lot of the fatigue that we start to feel, or the lack of recovery, or I can't necessarily get as great sleep, or some of the negative things that start to happen as we age.
Yes.
People have attributed that to, well, my NAD levels are lower. And as you supplement with that, either here or elsewhere, right, we can help that replenish those levels.
So let's talk about the how, because I think we were interested now, right? This is a great way to just feel better, younger, more vitality. How do we get this in our body?
So one, you come talk to our nurses. You come talk to our nurse practitioners. We have to be sure you're healthy so we can clear you for this service, right? Just like any medical service that we do here, we go through a clearance, right? And so there are specific things that we look for in order to start you on our program, okay? But let's assume you're cleared, right? You're cleared, you're healthy, let's do it, okay? How you get started is what we call a loading dose. And we do a loading dose of these injections. So it's an injection that we do over the course of 4 days. We do 4 injections in 4 days. It's called our loading dose. And then after your loading dose, we suggest that you maintain the schedule of injection once per week.
Okay. So you come in, you get cleared, you do the loading dose, and then it's just once a week, one injection.
One injection.
And you get to maintain and just start building that NAD level in your body.
Yes.
That sounds easy enough. And is this available at both locations?
This is available at both locations.
Okay, so that's great. And you all have memberships here that include a variety of services. I want to encourage our viewers to check out the website, but that is really, doesn't even do it justice. You gotta come in, talk to somebody. It's so exciting to learn all of the ways that you can feel better, younger, more healthy. Thank you so much, Josh, for having us.
You're welcome.
This place is magic. And we'll be right back.